Hey guys, and welcome back for another video. So just a few days ago now, we got a small patch, and I wanted to talk to you about two things specifically that were added, both to bring you guys up to speed if you can't play the game for yourself, and because they both, but one in particular, kind of merits a little bit of discussion. This video probably won't be very long, and I do apologize for the quality of the audio, but I am still getting over a cold, so you guys will have to bear with me until that finally works itself out of my system. Alright, so one of the first new things that they made changes to was the Black Lion chests. Now, I don't think I've talked on this channel in any great length about these, and I won't be doing that necessarily today either, but I will give you kind of an overview if you're new to this whole system. Put very simply, as you play Guild Wars 2, basically any content, you can randomly get a Black Lion chest to drop. Unfortunately though, you'll need a key to open this chest, and that's where the gem store comes in for the most part. You can earn a Black Lion key as a drop itself, but it's very, very, very rare. And if memory serves, you can get a key from doing the story every now and again, but this still isn't super frequently. Opening up a Black Lion chest kind of gives you a random chance at some of the stuff on the gem store, and additionally there are some items that you can only get from the Black Lion chest. One of the more sought after things that I see people going for are some of these Black Lion ticket skins. Essentially, when you open up a chest, you have a random chance to get a Black Lion ticket scrap. Once you have 10 scraps, you can make one ticket, and the skin that you want is going to require a certain number of tickets depending on the skin. Most of the other things I typically have gotten out of the Black Lion chests are things like repair canisters, boosters, hairstyle kits, and every now and again I'll get a guaranteed wardrobe unlock. Double-clicking one of those just unlocks a skin for your account. Now, unlocking skins aside, a lot of the stuff you get out of these chests is less than ideal. Obviously, there are some better rewards out there if you happen to be lucky, but I have not happened to be lucky in my entire time playing this game. I just never really feel like opening the chests is very rewarding. And I think that's what they're trying to address with this most recent patch. As a guaranteed reward from every chest you open, you'll get a statuette. Now, these statuettes are essentially just a new currency that's been added, and once you save up enough of those, there are other rewards you can get. What I find more appealing about the statuettes is that you actually only need one to get something. This means that if all you really care about is getting something back, you can now. It's probably not that awesome skin you wanted necessarily, but hey, maybe you get a couple of transmutation charges, a couple of bags of rare crafting materials. It's better than nothing. Actually, if you look all the way down at the bottom of this vendor, you can purchase a Commemorative Coin, and this is just a vendor trash item for 1 gold. So at the end of opening all these chests, nothing sounds all that appealing. You can at least earn a few gold back. As a whole, I kind of like these statuettes. I don't know that I care much for the theming, but in practice, it's actually kind of cool to at least know you're going to get something at the end of it all. Now, this is by no means me saying, hey, I'm about to buy all the Black Lion keys, this is so much better, but I definitely think there's some merit to at least rewarding players for buying them at all. I know that's probably not everyone's opinion, but especially when the majority of people are buying these keys through the gem store, you gotta give the players something in return. I don't know guys, that's my opinion on that. If you guys have an opinion on it as well, feel free to leave that down in the comments, and if you would be so kind, also include how often you typically buy Black Lion keys, or how often you think you might start buying them. Off of that though, there was something else added to the gem store, and I'm not entirely sure how to feel about it just yet. Again, like with the Black Lion chests, I don't know how much time I've really devoted to talking about the home instance, but essentially every race has a home instance in their capital city. I'm not going to go through all of them right now, but I will leave a link to the location if you've actually never been there, because it's pretty easy to avoid this altogether, and in my case, I had a Sylvari and I had never been to that home instance before. Now, at this home instance, you can get things throughout the game to kind of fill it up. There are cats that you can track down in the world, and they'll show up at your home instance, but the majority of what you get is related to gathering. A lot of times it'll be something you can mine or harvest to get a little extra crafting materials each day. Again, with this most recent patch, they added something new, and as you might have guessed, it deals with gathering. This time around, it looks like we're getting a garden plot, and you can have up to 2 of these at your home instance. Each garden has about 4 plots for you to plant seeds, and once a day you can come back and harvest your crops. There'll be a new vendor next to your plots, and he will sell you a variety of seeds. You may notice though that you don't have all of those unlocked, and it appears as though you're gonna actually have to go out into the open world to unlock some of these seeds. Now that's pretty much the short and sweet of this new feature, but I just feel like it has a little too much flavor to be a gem store item. This feels like something that would have been great to add to the game and not to the gem store, but I guess I understand why they went this route. While you can pick what you're planting and you can plant multiple things, I guess it's really not that much different than, say, harvesting a node once per day, but it still feels like something that just doesn't belong on the gem store. Now, I tend to overthink things a little too much, and maybe that's what I'm doing with this, but I started thinking a little bit more about the future of Guild Wars 2 with systems like this in place, and does it mean anything necessarily? And at first I was thinking, no, it really isn't going to change a whole lot, but then I started to think about some of the features I might one day want in this game, and one of those will always be player housing. I think that this system is a step away from player housing, or at least confirming that the entirety of whatever player housing might one day be is centered around the gem store, and I really don't want that to be the case. There's always the chance that the home instance won't be where player housing exists, if that's even something ArenaNet's thinking about, but it does sort of seem like the most likely place to do it, doesn't it? At any rate, guys, these are some of the things that I sort of wanted to bring to your attention and talk about for just a second. I know it got a little speculative on my part, but that's because I'd like us to kind of talk about this in the comments, if that's something you guys might want to do. Do you think that the addition of like a gardening plot confirms player housing? Do you think it confirms that player housing will be done through the gem store? Does it bother you that something like this was added and it costs 1,000 gems? Or hey, maybe you just want to tell me that I suck and I have no idea what I'm talking about. That's fine too, you can throw that down in the comments as well. Anyway guys, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.